Hallo Klickenabendler, wir sind immer noch bei Devir und es gibt eine weitere Kartenspielneuheit, it's called Winter.
Yes, Winter is the first game of the Four Seasons collection, so it means more seasons will come. It's a game just for 2 players, really simple on the rules, but really hard to master. So in this game you have colors. Each player is playing with a color of a snowflake. You can have it light blue, you could have it dark blue. So players will play cards on the table, one by one. When you play a card, you could play at any position you want, you just cannot use it sideways. So for example, I could do something like that. I could place it here, I could also place it here, I could do something like this. So everything is allowed apart from doing something like the sideways movement. What's the purpose? Well, I want to make connections between my snowflakes because at the moment it reached something like what is going to happen now. I can't, with this way I cannot, but I can do here a square. Every time you do a square, you place one of your markers in the middle of the square, one by card you play. So if you do several squares, it won't work. Then you can do something like this. Okay, the game goes on, player by player, playing cards. If this player plays something like this, of course there's also a square, is going to do a marker. Play goes on. Here
I guess you win when all markers are gone?
No. Here you can put another one. So the game goes on until the moment, of course, the deck runs out. And from that point on, you can move 3 cards that are on the table, because cards that do not have the token on top are free. And then you start, without any more moves, you start removing markers. So for example, if it is my turn and if I remove this marker, this card is now free and it can be moved by the other player that may achieve new squares and start putting more markers. However, sometimes when I remove a token, it could release more cards. Let's see, for example, now. So if the dark snowflake player removes this one, then there are 2 cards that are free. So more cards to move in the game. And it can happen, and it happens frequently, some card that you remove breaks your game in 2 different parts, or more even. Then you should decide one part to continue, usually the biggest one, but if they have the same side, it's a decision for the players. And the winner is the one that gets the last one remaining on the board, or the last ones. So the remaining player with tokens in the table wins.
All right.
That's it. That's the first of the Four Seasons game. The next, already announced for the next year, is Autumn.